my scythe. I like to keep it next to where my heart used to be. Ensign!
Oh no, all the sprouted sailors. But what happens to their souls when they're sprouted?
I was wondering that myself.
I think the idea was they take the flowers and bring them back to the land of the living. They like gets recycled.
Ah, they get
never really thought
they
through.
get reincarnated, which
Yeah.
is sort of what you don't want to do here.
Ensign Arnold was just a kid. Ensign Arnold... I'm sorry I led you into trouble, sailor. I'm not gonna disrupt the evidence. I'm not gonna disrupt the evidence. Ensign Arnold was just a kid. 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 Ensign Deck Officer Glenn? This can't be happening. Hey! He's back here!
Sack him! Custom officials, open this door!
Yeah, we want to check your bags.
Don't worry, Captain. We're safe in here. Okay, let's just set the explosives and get the hell out of here.
It's hard to totally panic when you're wearing that little sailor suit.
No, it's not!
Gladys, do something.
Okay.
Gladys, do something.
Okay.
It's hard to totally not picking that up. That's the throttle for the starboard side engine. Híjole, Gladys sure did a number on that old diesel. If it were just a little more powerful, we could probably tear on out of here.
I tried. Oh, I tried. But I failed. It's not powerful enough.
Hey, maintain, sailor.
You know, just thinking back to the way that we all worked together at LucasArts, you know, the way the different departments collaborated. You know, it was, everybody just assumed that we were all rooting for each other and on the same team, and there was almost no sense of kind of trial period nowadays, and for a long time now in the video game industry, a lot of times when you are in a service capacity, such as sound or audio, music, there's really a vetting period where what you're presenting is being vetted by the directors and the producers, and you need to hear back, you know, what did they think? Are they want to continue to work with us and that kind of thing? And that's fine. That's the way the film industry is, and that's the way things are. But back then, especially at LucasArts, it was not at all like that. Everyone just wanted to be working together. It was all one team. Everyone was facing in the same collaborative direction, and achieving fun results. And I think that creates an atmosphere in which people feel comfortable creating and taking risks. So it paid off, I think.
Híjole. Gladys sure did a number on that old diesel. If it were just a little more powerful, we could... Hey, maintain, sailor. I think the best way to use this engine would be the controls over there, as opposed to the hands-on method. It's bolted down. Híjole. Gladys... Hey, maintain... I don't want to mess up my blade. That's the port anchor control.
Oh, I wanted to also talk about, I think this was this may have been the first game, it may not have, but out in LucasArts that I can remember, where you walk the character around and procedurally Manny's head is turning towards points of interest.
Yeah.
Procedurally.
It was the first head tracking, right? At
With a computer.
LucasArts? Oh, definitely at LucasArts it was, for sure. I think that was because Tim didn't want to have like the UI highlighting stuff, right? Or he wanted to try something new.
Yeah, it was partial hint and partial probably red herring, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like show the player that they're point them in the direction of interesting subjects in the environment.
And I mean, it shows you everything you can interact with, and not everything you can interact with is a solution either, so.
There's no UI in this game, if anyone didn't notice, and that was by design.
Can't reach. Looks like the anchor's down. It would probably be easier to raise it with the motor. Híjole. Hey, maintain, sailor. That's the starboard anchor control. It's attached pretty well. It's hard to totally panic when you're wearing that little sailor suit.
No, it's not!
That's the throttle for the starboard side engine. Not picking that up. It would probably be easier to raise it with the motor. Gladys, do something.
Okay.
That's the starboard. Híjole. If it were... Hey, man. Gladys, do something.
Okay.
That's the throttle for the starboard side engine. That's the throttle for the starboard... That's the throttle for the port side engine. That's the throttle for the starboard side engine. That's the throttle for the port side engine. That's the port anchor control. That's the port anchor control. Oh, sure. Now I find an actual rusty anchor. It's... Oh, sure. Now I find an actual rusty anchor. It says... Inspected by number 36? Can't reach. Can't reach. Oh, sure. Now I find an actual rusty anchor. It says, inspected by number 36? Looks like the anchor's down. That's the port anchor. Can't reach. It would probably be easier to raise it with the motor. Can't reach. Well, there you go. They're locked together like plastic monkeys from a barrel. Can't reach, can't reach. That's the port anchor control. Looks like the anchor's down. Looks like the anchor's down.
One weird trivia fact about the world that I learned, I saw a couple of Manny Calavera tattoos when I was at PAX, and someone asked me, why are there no Glottis tattoos? And I started Googling, and I couldn't find a single Glottis tattoo on the internet. I found many Manny tattoos. And so, I don't know why Glottis... I'll just say that on the internet tomorrow.
That there
Hopefully
need
there'll
to be more
yeah.
Glottis tattoos. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Looks like the anchor's down. Can't reach. Can't reach. It would probably be easier to raise it with the motor. Glottis, cover your ears.
What was that?
The dotted line, buddy. If I mess with these anchors anymore, we might go down with the ship. Can't reach. Can't reach. If I mess with these anchors anymore, we might go down with the ship. Glottis, do something.
Okay.
If I mess with these anchors anymore, we might go down with the ship. If I mess with these anchors, can't reach. Can't reach. If I mess with these anchors anymore, we might go down with the ship. Just a little farther, Glottis.
Manny, choking!
Mira, snap out of it, sailor.
Easy for you to say, you don't have lungs.
Hey, you live without your heart once, so you can live without air for a little while. Just until I figure out what we're gonna do.
The sort of whale sounds in the music are overblowing on the contrabass clarinet.
Yeah.
Ralph Carney doing his little. That's the same thing with the birds that jump up at you and surprise you and squawk.
Not blue yet. We're underwater. We're not on the moon. You all right?
I'm a spirit of the land, Manny, not of the sea.
Hang in there, mano. You all right?
I'm a spirit of the land, Manny, not of the sea.
Hang in there, mano. According to our map, I think that's the Pearl. I'd definitely go over there first chance I get, but there's a lot of dark water between here and there. I'd definitely go... Oh, Lola. Looks like I let you down again. The Pearl. Oh, Lola. Looks like I let you down again. I'd definitely go over there first chance I get, but there's a lot of dark... I definitely go.
Beware, brave captain! Here in the darkest depths of the Sea of Lament dwell the most horrible monsters of all. The fearsome, murky demons of the deep will swallow you whole the instant you leave this pool of light. Heed my warning, or take one step forward and learn for yourself!
All right, I believe you. Just quit it with the creepy spirit of the land voice, huh? Now, Blue...
Here comes one now!
The sort of whale sounds in the music are overblowing on the contrabass clarinet.
Yeah.
Ralph Carney doing his little. That's the same thing with the birds that jump up at you and surprise you and squawk.
According to our map, I think that's the Pearl. According to our map, the Pearl. I'd definitely go over there first chance I get, but there's a lot of dark water between here and there. According to our map, I think that's the Pearl. Oh, according to our map, I think that's no. Oh, Lola, look, the Pearl.
So this is like a play on moth navigation. Like they say that moths fly into lights because they're used to using the moon for navigation and they're not used to electric lights. And so he's used to using the moon for navigation, but he's been distracted by this thing called the Pearl, and it's made him go march in circles all these years.
Híjole, he looks like he's been down here a long time. Not picking that up. Amigo!
Huh? Who? Oh, geez, another shipwreck. You see? That's why I never travel by boat.
Is everything okay with your eyebrows?
Them is barnacles, genius. I don't move fast enough to shake them, so they tend to pile up. I don't mind, though. They're the only company I got. Ain't you, boys?
How long have you been down here?
Well, let me put it this way. I wasn't always this color.
How have you kept that light going all these years?
Well, I found this coral, this glow-in-the-dark coral. Damn, this thing glows like a lightning bug and never seems to wear out.
I had some of that once. Made a nice grappling hook.
I don't think you had what I got, because I don't think you've been to the place where I got it.
What are you doing down here?
Trying to get out of the land of the dead, same as everybody else.
Why are you walking instead of taking a ship?
Got sick of waiting around Rubicava for a boat. Figured I'd make better time this way.
Why didn't I think of that? Shouldn't you have hit dry land by now?
I'm trying to cross a big ocean here, Sonny. What do you know about it?
I've already done it. In a boat.
A boat? Don't talk to me about boats.
What's the problem with boats?
We had such a nice boat. Why is everybody always talking about boats? You got a perfectly good pair of legs. Why not use them, I say?
Let me guess. You died in a boat wreck.
A boat wreck would have been better than what happened to us. Led off course by bad equipment, lost for weeks, no food, no shelter from the sun. We'd started throwing the dead overboard. But then the sharks began following the boat.
What happened in the end?
What happened was, I learned 3 valuable lessons. Stay away from boats. When it comes to navigation, trust only the moon and the stars. And when there's only 2 of you left, never, ever go to sleep.
How do you know where you're going?
See the moon over there? I just keep it on my right. That way I know I'm heading in a straight line.
But
Oldest trick in the book.
where'd you get the coral?
Edge of the world, boy. That's the only place it grows.
We've had a little accident. Think you could help us out?
Depends on what kind of help you're looking for.
Could we borrow that light for a second?
Sorry, I'm kind of attached to it.
Could you send for help?
Oh, sure. I promise to call for help at the next phone booth I walk by.
Could we tag along with you?
Well, it's a long walk you're talking about.
We don't have any other choice.
Oh, all right then. Lift those knees, stick close to my light, and try to sing in key. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Hide it under some seaweed. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under some seaweed. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under some seaweed. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Scare away sea monsters, yeah. I'm gonna let it shine. Scare away sea monsters, yeah. I'm gonna let it shine. Scare away sea monsters, yeah. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine. I'm not gonna let you touch it. No, I'm gonna let it shine. I'm not gonna let you touch it. No, I'm gonna let it shine. I'm not gonna let you touch it. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
I thought that looked like our ship.
That's just a trick the ocean plays on your mind, kid. Makes everything look the same after a while, like you was going in circles.
Well, this isn't the kind of progress I was hoping for.
Oh, well, the wet march of the soul ain't for everybody.
Could you take us to the Pearl?
Ha! You don't believe those old stories, do you? You think somewhere in this ocean there's a gigantic pearl that shines so brightly it can be seen from passing ships? And that sometimes sailors so allured by its luster actually fling themselves overboard to dive for it and are never heard from again?
Yeah, and I think it's right over...
Bah! I've been walking this ocean for years. I ain't never seen it.
No, really. The Pearl is right over there.
You poor sucker, that's the moon! Tell me you didn't come all this way out here to pearl dive the moon.
Well, I don't want to break your stride there.
Okay, see you around.
Watch out for sea monsters.
Who, these guys? Oh, Oh, they don't mess with old Chipito. I'm too bright for 'em. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. Hey, lay off! Let go! What am I supposed to do with this?
Follow me
Where are you taking me?
to the moon.
Benny, is that the pearl? Whee! I knew I'd find her someday. I'm rich, 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 rich.
Shh, something's happening.
Benny, what's going on?
I don't know, but I don't like the way that thing's looking at us.
You know, Tim's really into Black Velvet.
Yeah.
And when I showed up my first day of work, there was a Black Velvet kind of canvas. I don't know what it was. It was like this kind of like you'd win it at the fair kind of thing. And it was like the Grim Reaper on a motorcycle with Mount Fuji in the background with these eagles flying out of it. And it was just pinned to the wall above my desk on the project. And for the entire project, we really didn't talk much about it. It was just kind of there. And then when I moved on to the next project after it, I left my desk exactly the way I had found it, with the thing pinned up to the wall and the whole thing. And then Tim came and gave it to me. I still have it in my office right now. But he was like, that's the mural that binds together Full Throttle and Grim Fandango, because it's the Grim Reaper on a motorcycle.
Man, we just can't shake this guy. I don't think he'd go for that again. Hey, Chipito, go for a swim, will ya? You're drawing too much attention to us.
Too bad. I'm sticking to you like the barnacles on my eyebrows, so don't even think of sneaking off with my pearl.
Still not blue. Does he have secret gills somewhere? We're underwater. We're not on the moon. Glottis, go down there and talk demon talk to that octopus.
Heck no! I'm scared. I'm staying up here with you.
Glottis, go.
Heck.
I can't get anywhere near the sub while that... I think we found our transportation. We're underwater. We're not on the moon. Still not blue. Does he have secret... So there really is a pearl. But does that mean Meche really jumped overboard here? It all just seems so fishy.
Good one, Captain.
Hey, I've got more important things on my mind than jewel theory.
No.
Hey, I've got more important things on my mind than jewel theory.
Not me.
I can't get anywhere near the sub while that... I'm not going down there while that monster's looking right at me. I think we found our transportation. So there really is a pearl. But does that mean Meche really jumped overboard? Still not blue. Does he have secret gills? So there really is a pearl. But does that mean Meche really jumped overboard here? So there really is a pearl. But does that mean Meche really jumped overboard here? So there really is a pearl. But does that mean Meche really jumped overboard here? So there really is a pearl. But does that mean Meche really jumped overboard here? It all... So there really is a... It all just seems... So there... Not quite as famous as the pearl is the slimy barnacle-covered old rock of legend.
I wanted to point out that this octopus that we're seeing underwater was, I think, one of the things that Eric Ingerson took on.
I was going to say that, yeah.
And it is that back in 1997, that's probably like an animator's nightmare right there, I think. Trying to animate all those tentacles and not having a really intricate rig to work and keep all the curves in the arms. I'm not quite sure if Eric animated the tentacles frame by frame and bone by bone. I think he may have actually spent more time working on a rig to get what he wanted than he did animating.
Yeah. He definitely set that character up, and he worked on that animal, and then I think he did the spiders too, weren't we saying?
I think Chris Schultz.
Oh,
did
Chris
some
Schultz
of
did the
But
spiders.
he may have rigged it, maybe.
But Eric, he was really good at rigging and setting up the really complicated characters so that they would animate well.
I think I remember Chris Schultz having some kind of elation going on when he got the spider rig because he thought it was cool the way it worked.
When I get that desperate for food, maybe. I don't want to get tangled up in those. I don't want to mess up my blade. Ugh. Watch those hands, clams. I think we found... Ugh.
Hey, lay off! Let go! Let go! Let go! Hey, where are you going? You can't leave me here all alone! Come back here!
She's coming back.
Looks like we're heading south! But there's nothing on that edge of the world! Except the edge! Manny?
Don't ask, carnal, cause I don't know.
And this is the part of the game I feel like is a lot more inspired by actually City of Lost Children.
Yeah, right.
Which came out around that time, had a big influence on us. I think that's why we have a marching underwater diver too. Like there's a lot of scenes in City of Lost Children where there's a diver just marching on the floor of the ocean. It just seems so dramatic and just made the slow and steady slow and steady progress, but he was so heavy and thick.
No flying fleas, though.
No flying fleas.